Welcome to the Capitol, the Oklahoma State Capitol, where we have Senator Charlie Laster. Senator Laster, thanks for coming by, man.
Glad to be here again today.
Always good to talk to Senator Laster. And remember, you can talk to your representatives via email or just give them a call up at the Capitol. They're always looking for your opinion, especially when you're their constituent. Charlie, something that I like to do in my backyard is chainsaw and burn. And I'm glad the burn ban's been lifted, but I never really understood the rules. Last year, some legislation was passed, and could you clarify that for me, how that process kind of works?
Well, there was legislation that gave to the county commissioners the right to impose short-term burn bans. And, quite frankly, when it came through, I was a little concerned about it in that it might end up with some sort of patchwork, if you will, of burn bans. But the truth is that there is a patchwork of need out there. There are times when a sector or some counties in Oklahoma need some quick protection, and then there are other counties in the state that are doing just fine. So I'm approaching this burn ban authority with the county commissioners on a kind of wait and see attitude, but so far it's actually, I think, been working out okay.
I agree, and it's easy to find out now if there's a burn ban on or not. I just simply Googled Oklahoma burn ban, and it took me right to a site with a nice colorful map, made it easy even for someone like me. Something that's not easy, and it's been hubbub all across the state, though, is the leader of the Senate is really coming under some scrutiny. Can you talk about that at all?
Well, my position all along over the last couple of weeks has been that I don't have any comment on that because I don't know the facts, enough of the facts. I know what I read in the papers. But Senator Coffey has been asked to come forward with some documentation that would explain the loan that he got to pay off his tax lien and if it's been paid back and how he paid it back, the things of that nature. And I'm going to continue to reserve comment until he has come forward and presented some more of the facts because I'm a lawyer as well, and I believe that the facts and the law are both very important, and I'm going to wait and see.
You know, really, that's a great piece of advice because so often our opinions are formed really quickly by short little things that we read or that we see, and if you don't have all the facts, we really don't know what's going on. And that's one of the reasons why we like to talk with you, Charlie, and talk with all the legislators is so that we can understand that you guys are approachable and you want to help us to learn what's going on in our government. Now, you brought up something kind of funny, too, because I know it could be a touchy subject, you being a lawyer, and tomorrow we're actually doing video production at a lawyer's office, and this week there's been some talk about tort reform, and that's kind of a hot topic. What's going on with that?
Well, there are many things that are going on. This week's news was the big bill, as we call it, the 230-page tort reform bill came through Senate Judiciary Committee, and it's a very partisan issue, and that's too bad because it just has over the years become a very political issue, and it's too bad that it is that way. But I'll say this, that there are many measures out here this year that limit people's liability in correct ways and do things to help the civil justice system, and I've consistently voted for those things. But this big bill has everything in the kitchen sink thrown into it, some blatantly unconstitutional provisions. And how many people do you think really go through and read a 230-page bill and understand what's in it? I don't think many. If they understood what all was in that bill, most people in Oklahoma would be very much against it.
Let me, I don't mean to put you on the spot. Do you know the number of the bill for us?
I think that bill this year is House Bill 1603.
Okay, and that's a bill that physicians have come with opinions. Lawyers, of course, have come with opinions. If you go to oksenate.gov and just search tort reform, I'm sure that it's going to pop up right on the list.
That one among many. And you mentioned something about the doctors. I try to explain to people and make sure it's important for them to know that there is very little in House Bill 1603 that has to do with the medical profession. My objections to House Bill 1603 don't have hardly anything to do with the medical profession. It has to do with this tendency of the people that bring these bills to favor insurance companies and big corporations from outside of Oklahoma. In this bill, if I had a claim against my own insurance company, that I bought a policy in Oklahoma and I live in Oklahoma and I pay my premium in Oklahoma, they could make me go to the state where the insurance company or the big corporation actually has their office to sue them. I'm against that now, and I'm always going to be against that. People in Oklahoma need to hold their insurance companies and big corporations accountable right here in Oklahoma courts.
Yeah, and accountability, Charlie, really should be for all of us. It's a large bill, as you mentioned, 200 and some odd pages. It's something to go through, but if it's going to be passed into law and it's going to bind us, we all should become more knowledgeable so we can talk with our representatives, educated with the information that they're dealing with on a daily basis. As always, Senator Laster, thanks, man, for coming by to mylegislator.tv.
All right, good to see you again. See you soon.